in the matter of Derek Lee Cardello Smith, MDOC number 267009 versus Sean Combs, Sean Puff Daddy Combs, also known as Sean P. Diddy, also known as Diddy, Bad Boy Records, label owner, founder, also known as Puff P. Daddy, Bad Boy, Diddy Run the City, Sean Combs, also known as Sean Puffy Combs. And this is file number 24-7362NO. We'll grab the paperwork here real quick out of this other paperwork. We do have Mr. Cardello Smith appearing from the Michigan Department of Corrections. Sir, where are you currently located?
I'm located at the Ernest C. Brooks Correctional Facility, 2500 South Sheridan Drive, Muskegon, Michigan, 49444, ma'am.
All right, thank you, sir.
Or Your Honor.
Thank you. So I do see that we do have a proof of service on Mr. Combs. But for purposes of this hearing, you filed a motion for a temporary restraining order and or a preliminary injunction to stop all sales of the property and assets attached to or involved with said property based on the interest of plaintiff and plaintiff's connections to defendant's sexual assault of plaintiff Derek Lee Cardello Smith, requiring a preliminary injunction and or a temporary restraining order. Do you wish to argue the motion today, sir?
Hey guys, so it appears as if P. Diddy has another lawsuit on his hand. Cardello Smith is a prisoner in the Ernest C. Brooks Correctional Facility out there in Michigan, and he has filed a lawsuit against Diddy. He went to court, several things. He said P. Diddy raped him, the R word. Also, he wanted an injunction placed on the sale of the property that P. Diddy has up for sale, because he says it's going to impact him getting his money through the lawsuit that he has filed for this rape. And lo and behold, the judge granted it to him. He is suing P. Diddy for $100 million. He said that Diddy and his team reached out to him and offered him $2.3 million. We don't know if all this is true or not, because it haven't been proven in a court of law. So his testimony was done virtual. As you come onto the page, don't forget to hit the like bell and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so as yet. And put on your notification bells so when I drop the next video, you can be notified. Let's get into the video. So Cardello Smith is explaining to the judge why he wants an injunction against Diddy selling a property or properties, because he wants his coin. Let's take a listen.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you may proceed then.
Okay, the purpose of it is based on two actions taken by Mr. Combs himself, directly with me here. We did a live one-on-one visit in our prison visiting room. There's two meetings within the past 2 weeks with Mr. Combs on one meeting, and then a financial advisor on the other meeting on Mr. Combs' behalf. And he stated that he would make me an offer to end the case and what happened to me because of other things that he stated he has going on in his life that require his money right now, and he wants to sell everything off. And he made me a financial offer of $2.3 million to allow what happened to me to go away, and he stated that he's going to be selling his property, and under the 2005 California Civil Code 2881-2885, the creation of liens, which allows out-of-state justices and orders to cause a stop of any title transfer, property transfers in Los Angeles or any other place that he has property. He stated that he wouldn't be able to proceed with that sale, and he did it the day after I served him the suit. And he also said that he won't be filing an answer to the complaint. He said you can find me in default or whatever. He has a better chance with default than he would with having a restraining order stopped. And I said, so you want to hide your money and stop from being quite possibly paid to me if I'm given the benefit of a judgment in my favor for what you've done to me. And he pretty much said, yeah. He goes, you know how we get down. And I said, okay, well, I disagree with how you get down. Your sale shouldn't go through.
So I'm gonna hold on.
I'm sorry.
Cardello Smith. Okay, so you went into different direction than I thought you were going into. I thought we were just going to focus. No. You kind of went off on a different direction than what your actual motion was.
Yeah.
So what I just want to say is settlement negotiations.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
In this case, are probably better not. Yeah, they're not to be placed on the record today. Okay.
I apologize.
No, it's okay. You're not an attorney. I understand that. So if we can just backtrack and focus just on your motion.
Ma'am. I get what you want.
Okay, thank you.
If he's allowed to sell his property that he has in LA and the properties that are in his name being used and held by other people in Michigan, then it will cause me harm because I can be tied directly to those properties through loans and through other areas of investment that I did when I was out there and while in prison through money that I've sent. And if he's allowed to go through with any of the sales, I won't be able to recoup any of my monies or anything from him as a result of any possible judgment in this action, if he's allowed to proceed with it. And an injunction or a restraining order would help ensure that he's not manipulating and selling the property to avoid his responsibility in these matters here. That's what a temporary restraining order would do. It would prevent that from happening. It's a very serious matter. It involves a lot of money. And him selling this would help him avoid his liability for these actions done upon me. And I was just hoping that I'd be able to get the restraining order to prevent that. There won't be any harm to him, any of the parties. There won't be any harm to him in any way. And if it's deemed that it's not justified, then he can go ahead and go through with the sale at the end of the case. But one has to be put in place to stop this from happening.
Okay. So thank you very much. All right, I'm going to check one more of your filings. So I'm going to step off the bench for 2 seconds, and I'll be right back. All right?
Yes, Judge Anzalone.
Thank you.
So Judge Anzalone stepped away from the bench for a few minutes. I guess she wanted to just kind of thumb through the paperwork that he presented before she made her decision. And she probably had a few phone calls to make to corroborate what he was saying in the paperwork. Because he did say recently he spoke to Diddy and a representative of his
You with the defense?
So we hear another attorney asking Cordell Smith if he's with the defense. I guess he thought he was a lawyer.
No, sir. I'm having a hearing and they stopped the hearing so you can be heard.
Oh, thank you. Nice tie.
Thank you.
Couldn't wear one. They don't give us ties.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
Right. Yeah, there is.
But clip-ons,
Yeah. Clip-ons are the best, aren't they?
So the judge came back on the bench with her ruling.
So I received your complaint and all the attachments to it. And then I received this motion. And I just wanted to take a moment to review back through the U.S. District Civil Docket and your complaint. So I did do that. That's all. And,
Yes. Okay.
So apparently the judge didn't make any phone calls, but she did look over the documents and all the motions that he filed.
Anything else?
Everything that you're looking at, they're all tied in together. Every part, as crazy as this seems, as outrageous as it seems, it all ties in. Every bit of it, every facet.
Okay. All right. Well, I have a proof of service showing that Mr. Combs was served on July 6th of 2000 and, let me see, is that 24?
Yes, sir.
So you're going to have to file the affidavit and request for default, okay?
Okay. Yes, Your Honor.
And obviously you'll be able to file that before a pretrial date anyway, okay?
Yes.
So since Cardell Smith is not an attorney, the judge has instructed him on what he should do next, what he should file next.
You're going to have to file the affidavit and request for default, okay?
Okay. Yes, Your Honor.
And obviously you'll be able to file that before a pretrial date anyway, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, so
All right,
the order
so-
was granted?
The order, your ex parte motion was granted, or your motion for a temporary restraining order was granted. I've signed it. And so we'll get that processed and back to you, and then you'll have to obviously serve that on the parties.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Can your order
All right.
say any, Your Honor, can you add on your order any Michigan representatives of him acting on his behalf for Michigan properties as well as part of that order? Or does your order cover everything?
You provided the order, so I'm going off
Yes,
the
I did.
order.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Yeah, so I'm going off the order you provided to me, and I've signed
Okay,
that order
that's-
already.
That's what I needed. Thank you. All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Cardello Smith, and we'll make sure the writ's done, and we'll see you back in September. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless. All right.
Thank you.
Now this lawsuit has to do with an incident that happened, alleged incident that happened. So this incident is over 10 years old, folks. A lot of people are coming after Diddy. That's the Pandora's box that Cassie opened up, and when we saw the tape, to prove that she was telling the truth, that this man has been laying hands on her for over 10 years. Well, at least the tape indicated the violence. So Cardell Smith is saying, it happened to me too. I was the R word. This man did that to me too. He drugged my drink. I was bartending. I was invited to a party, and he drugged my drink and took it. What did he take? You guys know. His lawsuit also alleges that he had sex with some of the ladies at the party. But when Combs made a move on him, he said, oh, no, I don't get down that way. I'm paraphrasing. And he got up and he removed himself. So Cardell stated in the lawsuit, since they were all drinking, he didn't see nothing wrong when Sean Diddy Combs offered him a drink. And after drinking the drink, he said he felt kind of woozy. And that's when P. Diddy said, I put something in it, I guess to make him relax. This is all alleged, folks, because it haven't been proven in a court of law. So Cardell Smith said he was getting kind of drowsy and he passed out. But when he woke up, Sean Diddy Combs told him that he essayed him. But I'm wondering, why did it take him so long to file that lawsuit? I guess, for guys, they feel the stigma of the mere act of being essayed by another man. I guess he thought people would look at him in a different light, and so he didn't file a lawsuit back then, but now he's coming forward and filing this lawsuit. So he said that he said in a lawsuit that P. Diddy admitted to him that he essayed him while he was unconscious. But he did say he filed a police report. And I'm wondering what happened with the police. Did they follow up? And if so, how far did it get? Because Cardell Smith is saying that he paid the police off, that P. Diddy paid the police off. And I guess that's why it didn't go anywhere. This is all alleged, of course. But anytime there's an SA charge on a person, the police is supposed to follow up. Whether you're a man or a woman, they've got to follow that police report up. So if his filing didn't get anywhere and the story was buried and charges were buried, then he should be filing against that police department also. Well, Cardell is now claiming that an associate of P. Diddy came to the prison to offer him $2.3 million to keep his mouth shut and to make the story go away, this lawsuit go away. But he is filing for $100 million. So the purpose of the hearing that he had with his judge, he wanted an injunction to stop P. Diddy from selling this property that was raided, this Homeby Homes property.
It seems that embattled music mogul Sean Diddy Combs is selling his LA mansion. The Homely Hills, the site of a federal fight broke back in March. According to TMZ, Combs is looking to sell the off-market for $70 million. raid was part of a sex trafficking investigation. A grand jury now hearing evidence in that probe. Meanwhile, Diddy is still facing several lawsuits linked to multiple sex abuse allegations. Diddy has denied those allegations.
Well, that's the property that the injunction is on currently because the judge granted it. So the judge has granted Cardell Smith the injunction. P. Diddy cannot sell his property for at least 90 days. We're going to see what happens in 90 days, folks. It looks like if things are getting from bad to worse for your guy, P. Diddy.
As you leave the page, don't forget to hit the like bell and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so as yet. Thank you for watching.